Good morning, welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. As everyone knows, we have been talking about Hurricane Florence. Every channel, every station talks about Hurricane Florence because it's a big one. It's coming at us pretty strongly, and so people are keeping an eye on it. And we have someone on our show today who is a Park City local. She is a U graduate, so she lived in Salt Lake before she came up to Park City. She worked here for 3 to 4 years, became friends with a ton of people. And her family actually owns a business in North Carolina. And she went home this year to help out with that business. And because of the hurricane, and she has a beautiful little girl, they decided the best game plan was for her to come back to Utah to ride out the storm. So we thought we'd have her on the show this morning. Thank you, Bre.
Yeah.
This is Bre Thorup. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I hate that this is what brought me back, but
I agree. It's pretty scary, and it's pretty frustrating. So talk to people about, you lived here for quite a while. You worked out at Molly Bloom's. Like, you're a local, and you decided to go back home. So talk about your family business and why you went home to help out. I mean, you felt like it was your time to give back, and tell us about it.
So we operate a fishing pier, mini golf, arcade, ice cream shop, and a little restaurant on coastal Carolinas, a little island town around the border of North and South Carolina. And so it's been the family since 1957, so 61 years.
Wow.
And this was my year to kind of go back and help Dad and continue on our legacy. And it's, sorry, it's hard to talk about. It's just, for us, the pier is really such a landmark of that area. And being able to provide, being a tourist town, you understand that here, that you do have the same people that come back every year, that have been vacationing every year since their kids were smaller, since they were small. And so just knowing that all of this is at risk has been, there's not even a word to describe it, the fear. Like, I wish I could, devastating is as close as it gets, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, we're going to take a quick look. Robbie has a picture of just the hurricane right now and the size of it. So right there it is. And you're just south of Wilmington. Is that accurate?
Yep, I'm right between Wilmington and Myrtle Beach.
Okay, so you guys are right there. You're right in the path for sure.
Yep.
And you have seen your share of hurricanes, being 61 years on a coast, but why is this one a little scarier? This
one has been very different. Our last major hurricane, we get, growing up we always had hurricanes. It's just something you ride it out. It was just normal. This one, because of the sheer size and strength of it, at the time projecting a Category 4 to hit the coast, is just something that we haven't seen since Hurricane Hazel in '54. And the storm surges of just insane numbers. It's just completely different. This is the first time that we've had mandatory evacuations up and down the coast, and just having to make that decision to leave, it's just crazy. It's mind-blowing.
It's been really tough for you.
It's been so tough.
So what is your family there doing to prepare? Are they going to get out? Are they going to try to hunker down? Like, what is their plan?
My parents are staying currently. That may or may not change. Everything's going on starting tonight. The problem is that once you're there now, there's no gas, there's no stores open, everything's sold out, there's nothing you can do anymore if you're not out already. So we've prepared as best as we could, between all of our staff, which has been amazing, and prepping the pier and the building and taking everything out of it and moving to higher ground. So they're planning on riding it out, which is terrifying. Sure. But we can only wait. Right. We can only wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And they chose to send you back because of your little girl, right?
Yeah, it was the hardest decision. When you're faced with a natural disaster like this, well, you always think, like, if there's a major emergency or a zombie apocalypse or something, you think you know what you're going to do. But as soon as they say, okay, this is happening, it's really bizarre because you just don't know what to do. It's harder to make that decision in the moment. But I do have a 2-year-old daughter, and because of her, I have that responsibility to keep her safe. So I had to get out, and just the most amazing friends that have become my family here.
Sure.
Have been so welcoming to bring me back here and support me during this time, which has been so incredibly hard. So I really appreciate that.
All right. We're going to be checking in with you.
Okay.
Well, of course, everyone's keeping an eye on this storm.
Sure.
I know it's hitting landfall. It's projected for tomorrow still. Is that, I believe that's accurate.
Yep.
And so I'm sure you'll be frantically checking in with your family over the weekend. So once it's come and gone, we'll be checking in with you. Is there any particular way you're keeping track with your family, and once this happens, any way people here can support you and your family?
Right now, it's just such a waiting game. We don't know. There's a possibility that they'll be out of power and supplies for weeks. So I'm not sure how to receive updates from my family themselves, besides just checking in online and seeing what the media is posting, because they're the ones that are going to have access.
Right. Well, hopefully, I mean, they've been on the coast for 61 years, so hopefully they have all the contacts. I'm sure they know how to reach out to FEMA and Red Cross, and we'll be in touch with them.
The amazing thing is that on the way out, driving to the airport, we saw the Red Cross come in, Coast Guard boats, everybody was on their way in, all the disaster relief. So thankful for all of that help. It's crazy the good that comes out of a disaster, just seeing everybody work together. So
yeah,
can't ask for anything better than that.
Yeah. Well, Bre, thank you so much for coming
Thank
in and
you
talking
for
to us. I
having
know
me.
it was hard,
Sorry.
very hard, because of what's happening with your family, and they're all still there. Thoughts and prayers with you guys. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're safe, and we'll be checking in with you and with your family to see how things fare once Florence comes and goes.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been rough.
There's so much more to come, so please don't go anywhere. We will see you right after this break.